All right. So the last time we played last week, um, you picked up the distress call of the USS Hornet, which had um, apparently crash landed on a Class M planetoid after experiencing an unknown phenomenon, and ended up laying there trapped. Mysteriously, that the distress call is now active, despite that the power of the ship is being handled through an unknown means. And I think we'll head to where we were back on the Hornet.
We, I think, just played the captain's logs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Get my notes. If it wants to. Hello. Session notes. Pop out. Copy. Please. All right, so we've just picked up after that captain's log, and I think our next step, I think after that was bridge, right? Was there anything else that we needed to do on this deck?
I think we were recommending to the captain that we go to the bridge.
Yeah, because now I know some of us are
I
feeling a
believe,
little funky, right?
yeah, a couple of you are experiencing headaches. And I believe your science officer, Jorvan, wanted to head to try to find the science officer's recordings or logs.
Oh, right.
That is
That
true.
is that is true.
That
And
is
that
true.
will probably be somewhere on this deck as well. Senior quarters are here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Um, Commander Caval will still press everyone to move quicker because of the uh, compounding headaches that multiple crewmen are experiencing that also match with the medical reports. The longer we're exposed here, the worse it could become. So definitely not a time frame. But yeah, I'd say if we
Also came across the crew members, the crew member that I guess they killed each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think one went mad and started swinging a pipe or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll push and be like, the sooner the better. If you think that the science of his log can be helpful, then we'll move quickly to attempt to find that location, and then try to expedite our leaving this planet. And I'll start walking up, looking at other doors. Because I don't think we have anything else. We
We've got
searched
to.
the captain's log captain's room pretty thoroughly, so I think
We did.
we're good to keep on moving here. So that's what I'll do.
Jorvin, what's the door right next to you that you're standing in front of?
I don't know, GM. What
Yeah.
what does it feel like?
This looks like some sort of control room here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, you're only sensing, your landing party, if that's what you're asking.
That was my funny way of asking, since what do I see is obviously the wrong question.
Yeah.
I've opened a door to what looks to be some sort of office. GM, do I get a sense of what this office is?
Some sort of officer's quarter, or well, you don't see any like logs or anything like that. This could be the science officer's office, but there's no plate, no disc or anything like that in this room.
So no discs are on the desk. Right?
Yeah, there's no disc there.
It's like a small meeting room. And what was this one? What was this room here? Did we not?
Oh no, Jorvin will go in and feel around, see what's there.
Yeah.
Auxiliary control.
Okay. Copy. This just looks like another room with a.
I do believe I found something.
Yes, I'll go that way. That's way better than this. Just looks like a big toilet. I don't know if maybe I'm just messed up, but like,
This looks like some sort of room, though it looks to be shared by two individuals. I don't know if
It's a
I don't
junior
know if
officer's quarters.
yeah, junior officers.
yes,
quarters.
unless the science officer was a junior officer, I don't think this was his
Sure.
quarters.
I guess would we know who the science officer was from the ship's manifest?
Looks to be some sort of recreational room,
Mhm.
and I believe this is another junior officer's quarters.
And what was the room with the toilet-looking thing, GM? Is this? I have no idea what that's supposed to signify over here.
Phaser battery.
Oh, okay, copy.
And this looks to be a cargo hold
All
of some
right.
kind.
Did we miss a hallway somewhere? Oh, I think we did. Unless somebody went down there already.
There was another extension of the hallway down there
Okay.
and headed in that direction.
Yeah, none of these look like science officers' quarters at all. Does the map continue left? No, okay. All right. Quick loop, everyone. Get your steps in. Time for some cardio. All right. This is great. It's like Pac-Man.
Commander,
Yes.
manage things here. I'll be on the bridge.
What?
You heard me.
I would not recommend separating into a solo team to look at the bridge alone. Might I recommend taking Ensign Vogel or Commander Solak with you so that you are not alone?
I can
go
separating
with
your
you. I
manpower
can go with
here
you,
to-
Captain. I can go with you, Captain, if need be.
Jordan found the science officer's quarters.
Oh.
The plate reads on there,
Narratively, I'll take the turbo.
Lieutenant Commander Michael Patel.
All right, can I find data cards?
You do.
Nice. Big money, no whammies. Come on.
There are 2 cards
Okay.
that you see on the desk. You also immediately notice that there are clothing thrown about in the room. It seems to be worn, dirty. Some of it looks like torn, even bloody. But you don't see a body.
Okay. But is the blood dry or fresh?
Dry.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad. That's good. That's good. Just making sure. Always got to double check now. All right.
The recording, Science Officer's Log. USS Hornet, Stardate 7542.2. Lieutenant Commander Mike Patel recording. Analysis of the energy surge that caused our crash reveals unusual fluctuations in the planet's magnetic field. We believe these fluctuations to be related to an artifact, ancient, discovered in the vicinity of our landing site. Initial scans suggest the artifact emits a form of radiation that could be responsible for the symptoms experienced by the crew. I recommend caution in approaching the artifact until we can determine its nature and potential risk. Additional research is required to fully understand the artifact's properties and its impact on our mission.
This artifact could also account for the interference that we noted.
Mm-hmm. Does the log state location, grid coordinates of this artifact that they discovered?
It does not.
What a helpful log.
Are there additional log entries?
There's one more disc.
Perhaps we can find the location of this artifact. Perhaps he noted it on the log entry.
That would hopefully see what you can find. Put in the beacon.
Do you play the log?
Yes.
Science Officer's Log, USS Hornet, Stardate 7544.5. Lieutenant Commander Mike Patel recording. Our investigations into the artifact have yielded few results. The artifact's energy emissions continue to fluctuate unpredictably, making it impossible to discern its true nature or purpose. Our attempts to communicate with the artifact have met with silence, further complicating matters. I fear that we may have underestimated the danger posed by the artifact and its effects on the crew. The situation has become increasingly desperate, and I'm running out of ideas on how to proceed. Time is running out, and we must find a way to either neutralize the artifact or escape its influence before it's too late.
Okay.
Jorvin, it's possible that the ship's sensors noted where the artifact is located. And it could be logged within the computer.
That's possible.
We could access those from the bridge.
Well, that or secondary control or down in engineering where we were. But everyone else seems to be, the captain seemed to have headed to the bridge, so that seems like a reasonable place to go.
Indeed.
I agree. The sooner the better. Extending our visit is ill-advised. Let's get to the bridge post haste.
I'm gonna
Scooby-Doo running sound.
go over to where the captain is technically at.
Oh right. Oh, no.
Captain, you go up towards head up to the turbo, or take the turbo up towards the bridge. As the doors slide open to reveal the bridge, you see essentially an old Constitution class bridge. However, the view screen is essentially been destroyed. It's a giant hole revealing to the outside.
Oh,
And all the consoles seem to have been smashed. It's almost as if some sort of large explosion happened on the bridge after its crash.
oh, we're aware of that in Starfleet on our little fragmentation consoles. But
Big.
it is clearly the consoles have exploded. They have not been hit with like a blunt object or anything like that.
Mhm.
Give me Insight Security difficulty 1.
You got it. Inside security.
Momentum.
I mean, I hope so.
You're gonna be so wildly successful here. Everybody strap in. We're gonna get so much momentum.
Well, you were successful.
That's all that matters.
In fact,
Just have
while some of them look like they've exploded, others look like they've been smashed in on purpose.
Huh.
Since I told the captain I was going to follow her to the bridge, am I also now on the bridge?
Assuming that, yeah. And you obviously will see the same thing that she does.
I'll turn the commander solo up. Commander, do any of these consoles look usable? Or is everything here destroyed?
Would you like me to do a roll for that, GM?
Oh, nice. So we're all on the bridge now. Sorry, my fiance came in.
Give me Insight Engineering difficulty 1.
Sure. Insight. Would repairs and maintenance, or would they count as a focus?
Sure, I'll take that.
Nice.
Yes, complication. That's for you, GM.
I'll go ahead.
And I failed.
I'll take that as threat. You can succeed at cost on this if you like.
What's the cost? Threat?
No, there would be a complication attached to it.
I'll succeed at the cost.
Nice.
You notice that all of the bridge is utterly destroyed. It is impossible to repair the bridge back into a working order. You notice that some of the parts have been scavenged or ripped out crudely. Other times with some finesse.
Very interesting. I communicate this to the captain and say, Captain, if these have been scavenged, that would suggest that either members of the crew ripped out these components or we are not alone on this planet.
Certainly a concerning thought, Commander. Nox
Yep.
Caval. I'm kind of hoping that this has been happening simultaneously. That way, we're kind of saving time a little.
Uh-huh.
Cough, cough, headaches.
Uh-huh.
I'll relay to Caval on comm badge that everything here in the bridge has been destroyed, Commander. There's nothing that seems to be usable or salvageable here. If Lieutenant Jorvin has any other locations he wishes to investigate, perhaps that'd be a better idea.
Captain, there was the auxiliary control room on the officer quarterdeck.
Did you catch that, Commander?
Indeed, I can loop back, and if the bridge is ruined, then you can meet us there, and we can look at it. Lieutenant Jorvin did discover the previous science officer's log. It does yield some interesting results.
Commander, we are discovering that there are elements of the stations here that have been scavenged in some way. Either crew members scavenged those stations for reasons that I'm not clear on, or someone else has been aboard this vessel and has been stripping it of essential parts. Scavengers, if you would.
It's worrisome. We've not detected any other signs of recent travel so far, but it does not mean that it hasn't happened. Just keep your eyes out. We'll meet you at the turbo lift, and we'll head to the auxiliary control room from there.
Let everyone on
Captain,
your team know and exercise caution.
Captain, is it possible that there are surviving members of this crew somewhere on this planet?
It's a highly audacious speculation, Commander. It's been more than a century.
That is true, but there was an artifact that we discovered here that has properties that we do not fully and completely understand. And it would also account for why things were scavenged from this. It's a puzzle that doesn't make sense, but in those types of situations, I feel it is important that all variables are on the table, so to speak.
Well, it could be descendants of the original crew or members of a long-lived species such as the Vulcans.
Exactly.
Let's meet up at auxiliary control room and find more answers.
Agreed. Well, moving there now. We'll head over that way.
I want to take one more look around the bridge. There's no they had clipboards back in TOS, right? They had little
Right.
digital clipboards.
They were tablets.
Is there any of that lying around? Like anything the captain might have written a log on, something like that?
No.
All right. The bridge is bare and destroyed, basically.
I mean, the
Not even
captain's
any
chair is still
skeletons.
there, but parts like panels ripped up from it.
Any skeletons that seem to have something interesting on them?
No, surprisingly
All
not.
right.
So no
Head back
bodies.
out.
Yeah, I guess we'll head towards auxiliary control. See if we can find any last
Which
things
was
there.
here.
Yeah.
GM, there is power in the auxiliary control room. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah. The ship surprisingly has power to it, despite no active power source.
This is from the batteries, and we
Right.
don't know why the batteries continue to get recharged.
Probably from that artifact as well, wherever it may be.
I'd like to access the main computer core through auxiliary control.
Okay. Control engineering difficulty 1.
I'd like to use my neural interface if that's all right.
Sure.
And computers as a focus, is that acceptable?
Yeah.
Cool.
Gain a momentum.
Thank you.
What do you wish to
Nice.
access?
I'd like to see all data relevant to this artifact that we learned about in the science officer's log.
Computer comes back at like the lovely TOS modem. No.
Working.
Working. Working. No access. No files found.
Interesting.
So they discovered the artifact, but didn't leave any scans of it or any logs of it.
Or scans or files were intentionally deleted.
Right, or removed, yeah. Well, if we know that there's an artifact, perhaps we can modulate our sensors to scan for a direction of origin. From the
Our
science officer's log, it
scanners,
appears that it's must be relatively closely by or close by.
our scanners would be obviously far more potent and exact than the scanners of a ship of this old. It is interesting that there are no logs of any kind. I look at Jorvin. So, Jorvin, as a science officer doing a scan, it would be saved in the main computer core. So the sensors, even though there's no data record of this, the sensors would have to have some kind of record.
It would be in the sensor logs. Yes.
But there's nothing in these sensor logs. Out of character, right, GM? I basically, there's nothing.
Yeah, nothing there.
Yeah. I am at somewhat of a loss. If there is no data on board this vessel for something that they were actively investigating, I think the only thing that I could think of is to run a diagnostic to see if the computer core was damaged.
Perhaps that same diagnostic can detect if they're simply missing files or if they're deleted.
May I roll or do a run on that, GM? Run a diagnostic to see if the computer core is damaged.
Mm-hmm.
Level 1 or level 5? Or somewhere in between.
Level 1 or level 5?
Yeah, it just indicates how much time do you want to take on this.
Oh. I'll run a level 2 diagnostic.
Now if I can remember if it's which way it counted.
I believe 1 is the most severe.
One is the crazy.
Oh, 1 is the most severe, so I'll do a level 4 diagnostic. Sorry, I thought 5 was the most severe.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember, do they use the medical terminology where like one is bad, well, higher ones
I
are
could be
less?
wrong too.
How about you
Just
make
off
the
the top of my
call?
The only thing that I remember is in the Next Generation episode when Riker is on the holodeck, not really from the alien, thinking that he's the captain.
Mhm.
Geordi's running a level 1 diagnostic for like 10 hours on something, and he's like, your level of incompetence is crazy. It would never take you this long. So it implies that level 1 is like maybe like a basic troubleshooting, because that's how he discovers that the Geordi isn't real, because he's like, this would never take you this long at all.
It's also possible that it can fluctuate from episode to episode.
Right, exactly. I was about to say, but it depends on who the writer was that episode.
Exactly. Exactly. Basically, not a basic diagnostic, but the one just above it. And I
Okay,
turned
you just
to
want to do like the quick basic one to see. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll just say whatever.
Sure.
Blah 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 level.
Sure.
You got
Because
the
I'm
narrative
looking at
link
Memory
open?
Alpha real quick, and they're telling me like, nope, we
Right.
don't have a
about
time
right.
for you.
I tell the commander, I say, Commander, I'm going to perform a basic diagnostic with the understanding that time is not necessarily on our side.
Correct. I encourage that decision.
This is a pretty routine task, so there's no role for it. About I would honestly, considering how old the ship is, takes about roughly 10 minutes or so, and it finally comes back. After going working, no damage to computer core detected.
Computer core is undamaged, which would suggest that the files were deleted or mishandled in some way. Otherwise, I would require a deeper diagnostic, which will take additional time. I say this to both the commander and the captain.
Time which, in my opinion, unfortunately, we do not have at present.
Do we have any idea as to the nature of this artifact? Anything at all to go on? Any sort of material it's made of or radiation it emits?
Nothing.
Something you can use for a scan?
The only source that we have is the actual log. There is no data in the computer system of anything for the artifact, radiation, its composition, or its location. And it is interesting that when we did our scan of the planet before we came down here, we did not detect such an artifact.
No artifact, no life signs, humanoid at least. No activity. Yet clearly we found evidence of just that.
There is activity. We have an unknown energy source that is powering the batteries for this ship, which is why we have power. Unknown power source. We have physical and medical issues that affected the crew and are beginning to affect us. And an artifact of which we do not know anything about other than, in some form or another, it is dangerous to organic life that we understand.
Can any of you modulate your senses to attempt to pick up on radiation spikes in any directions around here? Previous science officer stated that it emitted amounts of radiation that we should be able to detect now that we're planetside.
Using this equipment would be challenging and would be time consuming. It is possible that we could use our tricorders, but I can't give you an accurate time estimate using this equipment, which is, as you know,
no,
well over a century old.
Modulate your senses, not these. Use our stuff. Yeah.
You do have the runabout.
Right.
We do have the runabout.
Yeah,
we do have the runabout, Commander.
Yeah,
And
I was
you-
thinking of returning back and using it, and I'm also leaving.
And you do have you could potentially use the ship too, and have someone on the ship do a scan.
Okay.
A scan for what?
Radiation spikes for location of artifact.
Oh, but we didn't have anything to go off of.
Well, we know that it's radiation, and so we're curious that.
Oh yeah,
maybe
so if we know that, absolutely. Yeah, great. That is something to go on.
Yeah.
So we can go on that.
Yeah,
That'll
fantastic.
work.
Yeah, immediately, Fox will try and contact the ship. Or ask Solok if you can explain to Ensign Johnson what type of radiation to scan for. Perhaps the Navajo can detect something for us.
We'll just jump over to the bridge of the Navajo.
I will defer to Jorvin since this is more of a science area in terms of detecting radiation.
Navajo here. What's your status?
I'm assuming was Jorvin doing the call. Who's doing the call?
He didn't make the call, so I wouldn't say anything.
Okay. This is Captain Knox, Ensign Johnson. We have discovered a few. We've discovered the wreck of the Hornets, and I will explain the situation in a few sentences. But we've also discovered logs describing some sort of artifact that could be nearby. I'm going to put you through to Lieutenant Jorvin now. He'll describe the sort of radiation that we're speculating the artifact emits. If you could calibrate the Navajo scanners to do a sweep of our surrounding area, Ensign.
Understood, Captain.
GM, do we have readings on kind of the specific nature of the radiation so that I can tell the Navajo what to look for?
You don't, but you could probably speculate.
Well, you can filter out, things that are filter out standard, planetary radiation and things that would show up on normal scans, right? Because if this artifact emits copious amounts of radiation, then it's going to should stand out, right? I'm just worried if the that energy field that's around the planet is going to interfere with.
I will remind you.
We do have
in the
traits.
log. He mentioned that the artifact was near the crash site.
Right. Yeah. But near the crash site that's a huge scope. Like without a direction or a
right, but it doesn't there. It's not the whole planet.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Exactly. Yeah.
Ensign, this is Lieutenant Jorvil. What I need you to look for and begin your search, pinpoint your search, the beginning of your search on the ship itself. Expand out in a circular motion, looking for sources of magnetic fluctuation or unusual fluctuations in the planet's magnetic field. So looking for radiation that would cause that. And try to find a center of that.
Understood. And I'll let you guys roleplay your supporting characters out. So.
Oh, nice. Well, she's definitely just taking the lead on that, right? So, I guess who do we have at the bridge? That's Maxine. She's doesn't have any foci, but good science. Yeah, I mean she's at the science station, so I guess she's the one. She's a xenobiologist, but whatever works. I don't think anyone else that is currently on the bridge would be better at it. I'm trying to check. Gig, no security stuff. What about Garal? Does he have? No. He's got helm officer. Yeah, so I guess the role would be on Maxine Sanders because she's got the best science. I'm assuming the role would be what? Reason science, insight science?
Yeah, this will be a reason science difficulty of 2, assisted by the ship's sensor science. I'm taking account for your advanced sensors, so because it will be normally difficulty 3.
And then we did have the trait, right? That we used the sensor probe to set up better scanning. What was the trait? I know we got something. I cannot remember exactly what it was.
The probe just is allowing you to bounce off the. It cleared the interference, so you're not getting any interference from it. Is what the trait did. So
gotcha. Okay, copy. Alrighty. So I guess trait active. That's good. This is her first activation, so I'll put it in our notes. Activated 6/24/24. Oh, which I guess that's true. Some of the ones that we activated last week get a talent now. Is that correct? Or the next time they're activated, or how does that work?
Sounds right to me. Johnson should be able to get a thing now if she gets activated.
I believe she will be, right? Yeah. All right. Maybe. I guess.
You don't get anything for the first activation.
Right, no, but they were the ones. If we're all allowed to activate someone, then Vidria would theoretically get activated, and then that would get her first choice because we activated her on the 10th.
Yeah, if she's directing.
I was gonna say, can she? Because she's at helm, so can she assist in some way along with the ship by?
Well, it just right now is just Sander's doing the role, so.
Copy. There we go. That worked.
Well, no, that was a different role.
Wasn't that the role for?
No.
The...
He probably has messaged me for something, so.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, then I guess I will roll Maxine Sanders then. Reason Science, I guess I'll give you a threat so she goes up to 3 die. She has no applicable foci, but she is going to be assisted by the ship, correct?
Yes, sensor science.
Okay.
Do you have something in mind, some advancement in mind for Vidria, if she were to level up?
Nah, I just would say.
Is she directing this task? Or how's she assisting?
Yeah, I could activate her and have her use the direct action, but I don't have any idea.
It is a momentum spend for the direct, though.
Sure. I mean, yeah. I have no problems with that. If you want to do that, yeah, I have no issues with that.
I just don't know what to give her as an
right.
advancement.
No, I have no idea.
My recommendation would be some sort of value.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that way she gets stress.
Oh, right. She becomes better. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and roll Maxine, and then we'll roll the ship will assist, and we'll go from there.
He's giving me threat for that?
Yeah, I said 1 threat for the 3rd die. And then sensor science from the ship, whoever wants to roll that.
And I just need Vidra's control command.
I don't think we're doing that anymore.
Oh, you're not? Okay. Then never mind.
It's fine.
Then just the ship.
Alrighty.
It just succeeds.
Yep.
Do you want me to send you the message or what they find, or?
No, go ahead. You can read it out. We'll expedite the process.
Assuming this is an all open channel, Captain, we detect a high energy signature with some fluctuating magnetic fields, along with a spike of radiation. Not harmful, at least that's what the sensors are showing. Roughly 5 kilometers from the crash site, due north and Barry and blah blah blah. And as soon as she got done with that, the ship's alarms start going off.
Oh goodness.
I need Garl to make a daring control con as the ship is suddenly being pulled towards the planet's surface. Difficulty 2. Assisted by the ship's engine's con to keep her in orbit.
Did you say daring or control con?
No, daring con. Difficulty 2. Assisted by the Navajo's engine's con.
I believe in you.
All right. Well, I'll spend the last momentum on a 3rd die.
Yup. Mark that you activated him for the first time today.
Helm operations for a focus.
Yes.
Nice. Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
Boom!
Look at this guy! Look at this guy! That's what I'm talking about.
Just
He
say
did this with his
concept.
eyes closed and with one
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah, engines con from the ship. I don't know. I feel like this is a repeat from yesterday.
It feels that way.
13 successes on one con task. So
Yeah, we
Wow.
might have to play with the numbers here a bit.
How much momentum did we get?
a lot. Um, that's 6 successes on a difficulty 2, so 4 momentum gained.
4. I was gonna say
As
4.
Garl holds the ship in place, but the ship is he unfortunately cannot break orbit.
You fat wallowing pig, stay out of the atmosphere.
Okay. I
Meanwhile, Jorval will just point in the right direction and go, it's that way.
Nice. I guess being bridge crew, are they able to, the bridge crew of the Navajo, are they able to detect a particular, location that?
Source?
Yeah, right. A source of the pole, or is it the energy field, or
It's
where is it originating?
I will say, Maxie says she says it's like the planet is pulling them in.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so it's not good. All right. And it did happen like right after they discovered where the artifact was, correct?
Correct.
Gotcha.
Vidra says, Captain, we're unable to break free from the planet's orbit. We're trying to maintain. We're not sure how long we can hold this, though.
Understood, Ensign. Stand by. Knox will look at the away team. How much latinum are we willing to wager that this is all to do with that artifact that we just discovered?
I think that would be a logical deduction, Latinum aside.
And if we have a direction, we should set out to it post haste. Ensign, keep the ship where it is. If you don't hear back from us within 30 minutes, begin enacting measures, whatever measures you need to free the ship on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Understood, Captain.
Let's go, people. Commander Cavell, take point.
Yeah, I'll take point, lead us back out, getting to the shuttle.
Excuse me, Captain. I managed
Go ahead,
to
Lieutenant.
rig my tricorder so that we can follow the patterns in the radiation straight to the source. It's this way, sir. Maybe the blind should follow the blind in this case, or the blind should lead the sighted.
Well, we need to get to the shuttle so we can get there. 5 kilometers is too long for a quick jaunt through the woods.
You'll be on the navigation console, Lieutenant. That'll do besides any metaphor. Let's go.
Scooby-Doo. Ba-na-na-na-na. The door scene. Let's do it. Let's get out of here. Get out of here.
I'm assuming you're walking to the location?
I think
Walking.
we're taking the shuttle because it's 5
Yeah, why-
kilometers.
Yeah, shouldn't we take the shuttle? Why would we walk? That would take forever. Walking through hostile territory where we know that there's a bunch of wildlife everywhere? Nah, we got a shuttle. We can like set down less than a kilometer away.
There's a handy dandy little transporter around there and about as well.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Assuming you're trying to be careful getting towards the shuttle, exiting the Hornet, you get into the runabout.
Yup.
I will connect. I will connect my tricorder to the ship's navigation system so it
as
can.
you try to look at the consoles, they're all blank, as if the ship has no power.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm gonna try emergency start procedures.
Yeah.
As you do, what little power is left indicates that the entire, essentially, small antimatter reactor core has been completely drained.
Gotcha. So
Commander
Either we
Solok,
forgot to put gas in this thing, or
Yeah.
somebody drained it.
stuck it in the Hornet. Yeah.
any speedy solutions coming to mind? Commander Solok.
I believe the player is AFK.
Oh. Um.
What'd you say was drained? The antimatter?
Essentially, the entire reactor core for the runabout has been drained of power. It's literally just batteries. So it's like in power save mode, essentially.
Well, I'll ask the GM right now. Would Commander Solok have some sort of idea
So
to,
way.
I don't
Yeah.
know, there was a paper written about around the time the Hornet was serving about
yeah.
using phaser power cells to rig into a shuttle and use that to break orbit.
It's a Star Trek way to do this.
Episode something of when
Yeah, I know.
Scotty did that.
Yeah, I know what episode it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was only for a brief short of time. Just FYI.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
that's all we need. A brief sort of time. We'll,
These are also more powerful phasers.
we'll
This is
cut a
also
5-kilometer walk into a
This
shorter
is
one if we can. do
also
it.
a much bigger craft than the Galileo, so
That's fair.
More efficient engines. That's for
the,
sure.
the engineer is back.
So, oh,
Sorry about that. Someone was at my door.
Oh, you good?
the shuttle ran out of batteries.
I'm going to say they went back to the runabout. The Navajo is now plummeting towards the planet's surface, but is holding position thanks
Yeah.
to very useful rolling on the supporting character, con officer. And the get back to the runabout, it is completely drained of power. The reactor core is dry.
Very interesting. What about the backup battery power?
It's running on emergency power only. Not enough juice to take off or even run main systems.
But the batteries on the shuttle are charged?
No one checked.
I would like to check that.
You look at it, it appears that they're dwindling and dwindling fast.
Very interesting. It seems that the power drain on this shuttle is very similar to what happened on the USS Hornet. However, the battery power on this shuttle is not being replenished the way it is on the Hornet.
I'm more interested in solutions rather than analysis right now, Commander Solo.
I cannot give you solutions unless I conduct analysis, Captain.
So, anything coming to mind?
The only thing that I can surmise is that the artifact in question is the cause of this issue. I could attempt to try and out of character. Basically, GM, what you're telling me is the dilithium supply in the shuttle is completely drained, right?
Yep.
Yeah. There is no way for me to recharge dilithium. So the only solution that I can think of is, so in character say, well, Captain, there is no way to recharge dilithium. The dilithium crystals seem to be completely drained. The only thing that I could think of in terms of the shuttle is an attempt to try and recharge the batteries in some way so that we can use the shuttle's sensors. But in terms of getting the shuttle to fly, I don't know if there is any way that we could do that.
Is there enough power in the backup systems to initiate thrusters?
I can do a diagnostic check and determine that.
Get
Or
to
would
it.
I know that off the top of my head, GM?
I'll send you something.
What was that? Sorry, I lost you.
I'm gonna send you something.
Thank you.
Private message.
I will be right back.
If you're able to get me thrusters, Commander, I could get us anywhere you need.
I think one other concern is even with thrusters, it might be problematic for us to escape the planet's gravity.
Well, we're not trying to leave. We're trying to get to the artifact.
Yes, but after the artifact, at some point, we will need to have to try and leave.
One problem at a time.
By the way, sorry that I had to jump away earlier. Somebody had rung my doorbell. Based on my determinations, we might have enough power to lift off, but not enough to get very far, nor to land safely. Captain, I do not recommend that we use the shuttle for travel.
Very well, then we're doing this the hard way. Commander Cavall will take point, as I've said. Lieutenant Jorvin, you let him know which direction to run. I hope everyone's keeping up with their PT. Let's go.
I recommend we take some extra water packs. It is really hot out there.
Let's take whatever we can carry. She'll head to the supply locker of the runabout. Grab anything useful. Lament the fact that there's still no insect repellents.
Unless, of course, I stay back and try to get the shuttle operational while you guys search for this artifact. We are going to need a way off this rock.
I'd rather have you with us, Ensign.
Also, Ensign, without power, it will be very difficult to get the shuttle operational. I think that the best way that we can get the shuttle working again is to isolate where this artifact is and turn it off, so that way whatever radiation or energy source that it is emitting, it will no longer drain the energy of our shuttle, or perhaps possibly the USS Hornet.
At the moment, I would suggest we get moving. It's even at a good run in the jungle. It's at least a 30-minute run.
Yes. So the atmosphere here is, in my mind, quite interesting. Reminds me of Vulcan.
All right.
Except it's
gather
humid.
Our things. Move quickly, but stay close to one another. Keep your eyes open. We don't know if there are any hostile wildlife on the planet.
You said because it's human? Sorry, humid?
I said, except that it's humid.
Solak was raised in the Florida section.
Nice.
Vigo made that comment. It's like, usually it's pretty arid on Vulcan. But
Those good old Vulcan crocodiles, man.
all right. I need everyone to make assuming you're trekking now through with some extra supplies, water and whatnot, for your lovely hike through the thick jungle of this alien world. Everyone needs to make a fitness plus con difficulty 1 roll.
Copy. You accept survival as a focus?
Yeah.
Hmm.
You take gain of momentum.
Cool. Yep.
I'll give you a threat just so I turn on bold.
I'm feeling like spending a value on this. If I generate excess momentum, can I create an advantage to get there faster without sacrificing safety?
Interesting.
I get a threat.
Oh, I got a
Oh yeah, you gotta roll the
untap potential.
D20. I would. That's above your con, I assume.
Fitness is a 9, so yeah.
Well, it's above whatever attribute you picked for that talent.
Huh?
You pick a talent, or not? When you pick that talent, you pick an attribute.
Yeah, I thought I picked control, so
Yeah.
But then you said it didn't work that way, so I'm
No.
confused.
It's
But-
control. Okay, so whatever. As long, yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be above your control anyway, no matter what. Anyway, as for the getting there faster, it's really thick jungle.
We got
Like,
phasers. Phasers can heat rocks. They can cut a
So the
path.
answer is the answer no, even though we're
You would have to
Yeah,
explain to
we're
me
just
like
gonna
how
run
you
faster.
plan on trying to get there faster than just saying we want to get there faster.
running faster with Starfleet fitness. Like being more motivated to just go faster and not get tripped up, not get delayed.
we can use our phasers to cut down big brush. Maybe we got a a geographical topographical scan so we know the best routes to take.
Different people run different distances with different speeds. I'm spending a value to just motivate the team to just push
Right.
themselves, get there
Everyone's
faster.
taking a good solid pace together as a group.
If the answer is no, just let me know.
Pretty epic. It's pretty epic. I'll continue being a cheerleader.
I would. This sounds more like an advantage creation. You really can't.
That's exactly
Yeah,
that's
right.
exactly
I
what
know.
I'm
I
saying.
know. I know what you're saying, but you have to spend 2 momentum. You can't do that through determination anymore.
Yeah, but if I generate excess momentum with the value, then I
Right.
spend that to create an advantage.
Yeah. his
What
question
value?
Yeah.
Did you ask what value?
Yeah.
I am no pampered princess.
Nice. That's pretty cool. That's a great value.
Sure, I guess, but that's after you need to make the roll though first. So
So perform task. I'll click on spend determination. Is that how it
No,
works? It replaced, so I lower the dice and then click determination value.
so you click determination dot value. You would lower the device one if you're just going to roll 2. If you're spending your determination on that, but yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the second sentence.
Sorry. Okay. So when you do the perform task, you'll click on
Mhm.
using determination / value. And then if you're only wanting to roll 2 dice, you would just drop the number of dice pulled down to 1.
Cool.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Let's do it. Fitness con, right?
Yes, fitness con.
Wow.
Wow.
Holy
3 momentum. So
Yeah.
with the you gain 1, you'll filter pull, you'll have 2 float, which I'm assuming you're using to spend the determination to get there faster.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Nice.
Damn. Run!
Yeah.
The flavor for
Narratively-
this, the flavor for this is that Azuria has a fitness of 7. That's her lowest stat. She is a very lackadaisical, not very active captain, but during moments she can push herself
Sure.
if she
Yeah.
needs to.
Vigo needs to roll though too.
Vigo.
Oh, right. Our
The
And this
sort
would be
the
his
doctor.
second. Yeah, this
Oh,
would be his
Vigo.
second activation. Hey, you brought a doctor down with you, so
Yeah. Feel free, somebody take him.
I got it. I'll do it.
Nice.
It was fitness and con. He doesn't seem to have any foci.
well, one float.
I think I'll just let it go. I can't think of a question that he would ask.
Right. Yeah.
Are we there yet?
Right. Maybe.
Uh,
Yeah. I can't think of anything either.
is the exposure to the jungle plants accelerating the headache complication that we're getting?
Oh, right. Can he theorize closer proximity to the artifact would cause more
Can
rapid
you
onset?
look at us? Is he picking up more symptoms that are visible on?
No, it's not bad.
his-
Doesn't seem
Hmm.
to at the moment.
All right, well, it's worth a shot. All right, cool.
All right.
After a gruesome pace set by the captain for some of your fellow crew member, you get close to where John's tricorder indicates that the signal essentially is coming from, where the artifact could potentially be at.
All right. So it's just somewhere in this area.
Well, you're close.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Everyone, stay together, Jorvin. This is the correct location. Yes.
Yes, yes, Commander. It's radiation levels here are pretty even, so it's no more graduated increases for us to follow.
Can we tell if it's surface level or below ground, or
I don't know. Can I?
do we see anything now that we're here? Or is there like a big cave? What's this darkness over here?
Well, actually, since
These are nice crickets. Yeah. I like the birds here.
readings are showing that it's underground, Jim, now that we're closer, can I actually just scan for the artifact? Scan for something that is out of place in the jungle, something that stands
Sure.
out as being different.
Like a physical thing. Oh, well, that might be something.
I need everyone to make a insight security roll, and if you are a telepath, you get to lower the difficulty by 1.
What is the difficulty?
2. So diff 1 for the captain and Jorvan.
I'll give you a threat. Go up to 3 die. Survival to focus, or
Notch rolled another 1.
Yeah, I'll.
copy. I will.
Oh.
Wow, that's amazing. I will re-roll one of the comps with bold.
Can I spend my float to? Can we still quash? We can't. Right?
Not with
No,
momentum.
we can't.
You have to.
Not
I
with
guess,
momentum.
Can
I
only
have
be
to
done
say,
through threat.
"May I squash it, sir?" And then you have to tell me if I should go fuck myself or not, right? Is that how it works now? Yeah. Like,
everyone pretty much made it, so
Yeah, we have so much float and nothing to do with it.
Can we use it to gain an advantage against the thing that just growled at
Right.
us?
Yeah,
The thing that just
we're-
growled at you. You all instantly kind of notice these large. And I will throw a picture in Discord.
we were on alert. I was making
Right.
sure that we're keeping an eye out. So
Yeah, that's why you got the roll. It's just
so
these-
that was the only reason we got the roll. Okay, copy.
well, these guys are they're predators. They are designed to stalk prey, and
Gotcha.
so
We didn't get jumped by them, basically.
yeah.
We still have about 1 million float.
But yes, a very large cat-like creature. Looks like it's about ready to pounce on you guys.
I like to spend all the float we have to create the advantage that we don't look tasty.
Unfortunately, I'll just X-day that.
Is there a
Right.
defensive stance or a
Right?
something-
Can we use it
yeah.
to, be in an advantageous position?
Can we
Quick,
automatically
quick,
gain,
quick
like,
to be
keep
ready.
the
Like,
momentum?
we automatically have our weapons
Okay.
drawn. Yeah.
I will allow the advantage in the first round that if they get in close, you'll essentially have the advantage, like, to not get pounced. Like, you have an easier time to avoid it because you're ready for this. I'll also something like that. Essentially, to
Gotcha.
lower
Okay.
the combat difficulty a little bit.
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right.
But since everyone kind of passed, you guys get to pick who goes first.
I would happily run at one and try to kill it. I have no issues there trying to remove one rapidly. If anybody has anything else that is more big brain, please feel free to chime in here.
Oh, killing them seems a bit extreme. I mean, we do have a stunt setting.
I guess that is theoretically correct. Yeah.
I think it makes sense that the best security person probably go first. That makes sense.
Copy. I will do that. I guess I will use a phaser. On stun. Yeah. Well, this one is the closest one.
Yeah,
yes?
just target it. Just that way I know which one you're going for.
Yeah.
So I can see the target. Okay. Control security difficulty 2.
Copy. I'll give you a threat for bold. Focus of Federation small arms. Just a fancy way to say phasers. And I'll blast him. Hello? Oh my gosh. What's happening? I clicked it, but then all of my pages closed. Did anything roll?
No.
Nope.
Sick. Okay. 1 second. Oh, there you go.
Planet's messing with more than our ship.
Right, yeah, exactly.
That is a hit.
Yeah, do I want to
You're
fish?
gonna give us a phaser effect here, man.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's fine. I'll just normal hit is normal hit. I'm okay with this.
Do the lovely.
Say it again.
You can use the lovely macros I created today.
Yeah.
You want?
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
There we are.
It gets hit by it and then kind of stops and then shakes its head.
Oh, right. Cool. Well. Yeah, do you guys want me to spend what is it now? Keep the momentum, whatever the thing is, to let
So you can
somebody
do a
else go
swift
after me.
task, or you can swift task still, or you can keep the initiative.
Keep the initiative on our side. Yeah, that's the other one.
You could also do
Yeah.
both.
Oh, that's true. Is it still 2 momentum for each? Or...
Yes.
Okay.
Um, Pretty sure that's the case. If I remember correctly, it is still the case. But
I think so, yeah. How do we feel? Do we want me to shoot again and then see what happens after that? Or do you want me to give the initiative to somebody else?
Up to you.
I mean, I hit these things real hard.
Yeah.
So I'll
We
do
have
it again.
momentum. Use it.
Yeah, I'll do it again. I'll swift task.
it is a difficulty of 3. The swift task.
How many momentum is that? Sorry.
It's 2 momentum to do the swift task.
All right, and then I'll just do the same thing. Give you a threat, 3 die, still with foci.
Is there still a two action limit per round? Jan?
Yes, it is still limited to 2 action limit per round.
Okay.
So you'll have to direct someone else if you're going to do the direct.
Gotcha.
That is a hit.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not gonna fish for another momentum on the 17. I think I'm okay with this.
There was no momentum gain.
I thought there
right,
was. Sorry.
that's what I was saying. I'm not going to fish for it.
Yeah.
I added that
Oh,
momentum thinking that
gotcha,
we had that. I thought it was a difficulty too.
No, you're good.
Yeah, it's because it's a swift task. It's an increased difficulty cost.
Increased
So,
Got
yeah. So you hit, and it goes roll and collapses to the ground.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, it's asleep. It's asleep.
It's sleeping. It's sleeping. Okay, here we go. Did you want me to? I'm happy to spend 2 momentum to let somebody else go if you want. Oh, also, I will also move because I can just do that as a minor action. No issues, right?
Yeah, that would have been your minor.
Yeah, I'll move in front of the rest of the group to try to make myself appetizing.
Yeah, it's 2 momentum if you wish to keep.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's have somebody else have a piece of the action. I'll see myself out.
Who else wants to shoot?
Yeah, I don't know. Which one of you guys is good at shooting? Or do something crazy.
I don't know if I can hack the I'll shoot. I guess.
There you go.
I'll shoot at this one right here.
Yeah, just target him. And then, it's control security difficulty 2.
Control security difficulty 2. I'll buy him die with momentum. I don't think I have enough focus with this.
That's a hit.
Nope. That is a hit. All right. Well, then here, let me. There you go.
Nice.
It kind of stumbles and shakes it off.
Okay.
I think
It's
with my action, I'll move here.
all right. This one is going to go. Who is the tasty targets? You know what? We'll go for the security officer first, I guess. Commander Keval, I need you to make a daring security roll, please.
Copy.
This
Is this
is
for fighting back?
Yes, this is going to be a pose task.
So would that be fitness for me for applied force? Because it is still a melee.
Yes.
Copy. Okay. Cool. Close quarters combat is a focus. And yep. Oh. Character sheet, please. Please. I'll give you a 1 threat. Go up to 3 die.
Well, I'm spending that plus 2 more to roll.
Oh right.
For
I guess. Is that, oh, got it. So I set the difficulty when you're
Yes,
attacking me?
you
is it?
set the difficulty.
Can I re-roll my 19 before
Sure.
you roll? Because I did spend for gold. So I got 4
So it
successes.
did 4. Well, it is a miss. It jumps to there, ready to pounce.
Cool.
And misses you.
Ooh, fancy.
Do you wish? You do gain 2 momentum.
Okay.
Do you wish to counterattack for 2 momentum?
Oh, that's how that works? Oh,
Yes.
whoa.
That's brutal.
That's crazy.
It
Wow.
applies to both sides, just so you know.
All right. Well.
So it attacked us, and because it missed, we got 2 momentum, which then allows us to use that potential momentum to counterattack
Yes.
on their turn. Essentially.
Yes.
That is
Interesting.
interesting.
Yeah.
In one, it would just happen automatically. You
Right.
just
Yeah.
count whoever wins the roll.
Exactly.
That's happening.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Um.
This happens
Well,
for
I-
all opposed attacks, by the way, too. So even cover range,
Weird.
too. So
So then my counterattack would it be rolling contested against me again?
you just roll. You just say you just spend 2 momentum. You just do damage. You don't roll for it.
Oh.
Yeah, you've won the roll already.
Okay,
You-
okay.
Oh, that is interesting.
Yeah, there's no roll because you already won the contested roll. You're
Yeah, I'll
just
punch the
dealing the
shit out of it.
damage. So, but it
Yeah.
costs 2 momentum.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll spend 2 momentum.
So the implication is that it tried to attack, it missed.
right.
We
I
used the
gained
2 momentum.
Yeah.
It's at a disadvantaged situation, so you're just
Sure.
able to counter.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
able to
okay.
punch it.
Yeah, I'll do
Got
that.
it.
Okay. It already took a hit, so you knock it out as it
Nice.
attempted to pounce on you.
It'll come to pounce on
Ooh.
me, and I'll do that thing where I'll lunge under it and grab it by its torso and just slam it on the ground. Ah!
Who wishes to go next? Yeah, Vogel, Vigo, the captain, and Jorva.
I'll try and go next, I suppose.
Nice.
Is Vogel here?
They went
Yes.
mobile, so
Okay.
Just got back.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
good time.
you're just in time to
Um,
become lunch for some tigers.
Yay.
Vogel, since I assume the captain has read her file, has she scored high marks in the academy for marksmanship, tactical skills, aptitude?
Security
Should we
3, if
figures?
that helps.
Pretty
Nothing special written down in her file. Pretty good at small unit tactics. They're pretty good at marksmanship.
I mean, security 3 is on proficient.
Yeah.
Above average on it, probably.
Zoria will direct action Commander Solak. Say, Commander, continue firing. She'll try and point out that farther panther.
So
What?
Caval cannot go again because he's
No, you
swift
said
task.
No,
Solak.
Solak.
Solak, okay.
even though I already went.
You did swift task, so you can. The captain can direct you.
Got it. So you want me
Nice.
to shoot that target there, right?
It is a momentum cost to direct, so
Mm-hmm. Spend that. What stats would you
Control.
like me to roll?
you'll roll control command for your assist. Yeah,
And I'll still roll control security for the shot.
yeah, and it's still it is difficulty 2.
Nice.
Any chance team dynamics works? Since
Sure,
Ooh.
I'll take that for a
Nice.
focus.
Right, so here is my shoot roll.
Very good.
Beautiful.
Get the momentum back.
Also beautiful.
You hit it.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. There you go.
It just kind of shakes it off and
Ooh.
lets out a nasty roar.
Sound like an ogre from World of Warcraft.
Anything else, Captain, or is that your turn?
Minor actions. Probably makes narrative sense for her to get next to Vogel, so she would point out to him where she wanted him to shoot. And
Solok, next to Solok.
Solok, sorry. Yep.
Cool, cool. We're doing good, everyone. We're doing great.
You just punched out a tiger. That's pretty
Yeah,
funny.
it's doing pretty good, man. I was
Uh,
built for punching out tigers.
Solok, I need you to make a daring security roll, please.
Solok, no!
The tiger didn't want any Andorian smoke.
Yeah.
He saw what
Go
happened.
catch these hands, brother. Like,
That's a success.
ouchies.
It lunges and pounces on top of you, knocking you down prone to the ground.
Can I list myself as prone? Hold on.
Yeah, you can. Should be able to.
Hold on. There we go.
Now, my question is, you can technically avoid the injury. You will take it's simply 4 stress, or you can go down with a essentially a lethal injury.
I will take the stress. I'll avoid the lethal injury.
Okay, but you are prone on the ground, so yeah, it's
Yep.
4.
So for stress, basically, hold on. Can you look at my sheet and tell me if that's correct? Basically, 7 blue and 8, 9, 10, 11 are red.
So your max stress is actually 8 because it's based off
Okay.
your fitness. So
So I'd
You-
be at
Weird.
you'll be at 4.
4.
So
Thank you.
weird.
That's the new change. They don't add fitness plus security anymore for your stress. So
Yeah, I think that's silly.
well, they've expanded stress to a point where it's also contains mental stuff. So it doesn't make sense for it to include security anymore.
I think I still feel so weird.
Well, you can still take stress doing mental activities, like I said, and then also other things can cause you to get essentially stressed out. But yeah, that's just how it works now. It is. They went. So who wishes to go next?
Since I'm joining late, we have there's only 2 tigers left or whatever.
There's one left, I think.
There's
Right.
one hiding over here as
Over here.
well.
Oh, there's one hiding over there.
Yeah.
That's right.
But this one's like on top of.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
on top of a soul.
All right, if you guys don't mind, I'll probably go.
Yeah, I say go for it.
Solok does not mind.
Yeah.
I probably don't want to risk shooting because that might hit Solok. So,
Mhm.
can I either create a trait or create an advantage to try to scare this one off? Like, scream loudly, shoot the phaser to hit a tree to make a blow noise or something. Try to spook it away.
If you're not shooting, it would be. I would say this is present security difficulty 2 to try to scare it away.
That works for me.
But wait, before you roll, because it is opposed. So I'll throw a threat at it. Why not? Actually, yeah, I'm gonna make this a post. Well, yeah, you still have to get at least a difficulty 1. So,
Okay. I will use the momentum, I think. I don't think composure will work, but maybe.
no.
Boom.
Wow. Wow.
It is not at all intimidated by your attempt to scare it off with, shooting wildly around it. It sees a tasty Vulcan in front of it.
Well, I tried. And I don't think I have a value to reroll here, so.
I'm just gonna mark that one's done. I'll roll. There's 6 people. Jorvan, give me a daring security roll, please. You are setting the difficulty.
Oh, this should go well.
It went very well for me. Oh, wow.
Wow.
That one leaps in front of you and misses. As you narrowly dodge out of the way of its pounce, as it nearly tried to pounce on top of you. Gain a momentum. Actually, no, wait. You have to at least get. No, yeah, never gain a momentum. I'm not going to follow that right now. I believe Jorvan and Vigo can go.
Jorgen also had the option of spending stuff to hit it during its turn, right?
Yeah, that's why that increase. Tiger missed anyway, so it didn't matter. And you can't go below like 0. You can't go in the negatives.
You can't spend threat to hit it.
Sorry, what?
The
Instead of
counterattack? Is it
spending,
No,
instead of
you,
spending 2 momentum,
you
do
can't.
2
You have to
threat.
spend momentum.
Oh,
They don't allow that anymore.
Mm.
That I could change it eventually because that is. There is a caveat. The GMs can also change the rules, even if it's in
Oh,
direct competition of the ruling of the book.
yup. All right. I think it's probably smart for Jorvin to go. There is a tiger running on top of him, right? Saying howdy to him. So dealing damage to it is good. Well, and Jorvin and Vigo are going to go back to back anyways because it's the last 2 left. So I guess it really doesn't matter.
Okay, the blind guy will try to shoot the tiger
Well,
with his phaser.
You can sense it psychically, so you don't. There's no anything.
I know, but it's funnier saying the
Yeah.
blind guy shoots his
It is
phaser.
way funnier. That is correct.
Just so you know, it's within reach of you, so it is an increased difficulty of 1. And also, complication range goes up by 1 because Volko is standing next to you
Maybe just punch it.
and and your target.
Yeah, Jordan has a fitness of 7. He's not punching anything.
Well, it's daring
Staring
security.
It's daring. Yeah.
It's daring security, so it's not fitness.
If you're gonna do unarmed, it is control security difficulty 3, complication range of 2. if you're wanting to shoot it there, unless you wish to use your minor action to move out of reach, which will make it a difficulty 3, or sorry, difficulty 2, complication range 2.
Now, I know they're not dogs, but I'm going to take a flyer and set my tricorder to emit a ultra high frequency sound that none of my Starfleet friends will hear, but hopefully it'll bug it might hurt or draw off the tigers.
Oh, cool.
Let's make this control science difficulty 2.
Just FYI, GM, Vulcans have very sensitive hearing.
Yeah.
I will spend the momentum for a third die.
Cover your ears.
With the paws of the cat that's on top of
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Hey, great
Gain a
roll.
momentum.
Alright.
Solak, your ears start ringing. We'll end the combat there as the last two start.
What about
fleeing.
Vigo? Oh, sorry. Never mind.
Yeah, no, they're running away.
Yip.
Okay. I'll go over and help Solak up.
So like your ears are pounding.
I seem to have a difficulty with my ears right now as a result of that tricorder feedback.
I apologize, Solak. I feared you'd prefer an earache to tiger claws in your head.
Apologies are not needed. You took appropriate action that you thought was necessary. Is Vigo a doctor? He's a combat medic.
He might be able to help some.
Lieutenant Vigo, is there anything that you have in your medical case that could assist my ringing ears?
Hey, it's me, Vigo.
He takes some foliage from the jungle, wads it up, and hands it to you. He's like, stick this in your ears.
I'm going to look at it and go, very scientific. I guess I can stand up now. Is that correct, GM?
Yeah, the tiger's not on top of you.
Okay.
Well, that would allow me to keep broadcasting that sound, so the tigers don't come back.
Huh. All right, let's try to figure out where this artifact is. You said underground, Jordan?
That's where the radiation appears to be originating. Well, now that we're not being attacked by wild kitties,
Right.
Can Jorvan make that one? Can Jorvan borrow a tricorder from someone because his is busy, and the two, can he now scan for something that stands out among the foliage, some sort of artificial material that doesn't appear to belong or that doesn't belong here. You know, it's one of these things ain't like the other. One of these things don't belong.
So Locke gives you his tricorder.
Just control science, or no, sorry, insight science difficulty 1.
Since I'm scanning, does sensor operations count as a focus?
It's really for the ship only for that talent or that focus.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'll spend the momentum for a third die, though.
Get 3 momentum back.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
Follow the yellow brick road. That's all I'm gonna say.
Copy. Yeah.
Captain, that way.
Commander, you heard him.
Stay close. Keep an eye out for more wildlife. I'll step over this unconscious cat, and we will follow the yellow brick road.
If we're approaching the 30-minute mark, I'll update the Navajo that we're getting close.
Oh, right, yeah. I guess, yeah.
Jorvin will follow whoever's in the lead so that he can keep giving directions as needed.
Yep.
Yeah, there we
Continue
go.
along. I guess
Azuria will
to
pass her
there.
tricorder to Solok as well. She does use hers.
Be careful of
Running water, very nice.
Hold up. Stop at the river.
Oh, I thought you said follow
Yeah,
the yellow
there's
brick
some-
road. Oh, you meant that
yeah.
literally as in go to the end of the yellow brick road.
The actual
My ears are so wet.
I'm just gonna turn that down just a smidge. I need everyone to make essentially a fitness con task, difficulty 1 to get across. It looks deceptively shallow, but as you get closer to it, you realize it's actually quite deep and the river is flowing relatively at a fast pace. Sorry, I don't have fancy animation to show raging rapid type.
Sure. I'll give you
Oh, it's 2 momentum generated. Solok.
Take a threat, GM.
I love threat. Should
Well, I
have
get a
spent
reroll.
more of it
trying
on
to
Yeah.
try to get some momentum for people. And I have a reroll.
There you go.
I'll use one of those momentums.
You'll
Here's
take
my
momentum.
untapped.
Hey, more threat.
I'll give you a threat as well for 3 die. You okay? Survival as a focus.
Sure. Cat made
I just-
across.
I just skirted underneath my target of 9.
Yeah, you're capped.
I will fix that by spending a momentum.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
What we got there?
Yeah, he managed to cross. Diff 1.
fitness and security, right?
Fitness con.
Fitness con. I'll roll Vigo right now.
Nice.
You know, we don't want Vigo to go down, so I'll buy a die for Vigo.
Yeah.
It would be funny if he got sucked away by the river.
But he won't.
Gain
He's wearing
roll to
blue.
back. Yeah, all of you make it across the river. No complications. I was hoping someone like
It's
get
close.
waterlogged. Oh well. Yeah, you see before you, hidden behind the brush, a cave. Where your tricorder says the readings are indicate it's coming from inside.
All right. I'll move forward. Lights on. Move carefully. Eyes open
Okay.
still. We have no idea the type of effects we'll face as we get closer. I'm assuming we can check for radiation. Not like still not unsafe, right? Not like
Radiation doesn't seem like is harmful.
okay. All right, cool.
So you enter the cave.
Yeah, I go slowly. Lights on. Keeping an eye open.
As you start traveling in the cave, I need everyone to make a fitness medicine roll, please. Difficulty 2.
Oh, yeah, this would be great for me.
Hmm.
Actually, sorry. For those that failed last time, difficulty 2. For those that succeeded last time, it's difficulty 1.
Okay.
So
I'll
Got
just
it.
use
me
the
and Jorgen,
I'll
right?
use the momentum because I think I need it.
Were you a difficulty 2 or difficult? You were.
You're diff-
I was
You're
one.
difficult.
Hey, that's
So we got a momentum back.
bonus momentum.
Okay. I'll just-
One
I don't know
momentum
what to do
gained.
with my bonus, but
I will spend one of those momentums.
I'll spend one as well.
Yep.
Hmm.
Oof. Great.
Wow.
I'll take a moment. Oh,
So is that 2 momentum, GM?
Uh,
This is difficulty 1.
for the
Jor-
captain, yeah, captain gained 1. I think Jorvin was the one that failed last time, right?
Jordan was, yeah.
no,
Yeah, it was.
no, I failed too. My difficulty was 2.
Okay,
Oh,
never
okay.
mind.
And that's what it was. Sorry about that. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I failed right now. So
Uh-huh.
This is your stage 1, right, Solak? If I remember correctly.
I believe so.
Yeah, okay.
The ones that failed first were Cap and Jorvin.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so the ones that failed, you still have headaches to just becoming a little bit more irritating.
No,
So-
no. Last time we played, I failed a roll.
You had a
I failed.
complication, I thought. I know you
Was
had
it a complication?
Yeah, you had
I had a
Yeah.
complication. That's what it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
it was.
Okay.
Okay.
Solak, despite your best efforts of maintaining your Vulcan control, you feel very irritable.
Okay. Probably not great.
Like, your Vulcan temper is starting to get the best of you.
I'll roleplay that.
All right. Just keep moving, everyone.
Who's there?
Oh, okay. Hello? I'm Commander Kavol, the Federation starship Navajo.
No such thing. Never heard of you. Go away. It's just a figment of my imagination anyway.
We are a crew from Starfleet. We are here to assist you. Can you identify yourself?
You already know my name. You're just figments of my imagination. She's just toying with me again. Can't you see I'm busy? I have work to do.
Is there anything else here that is giving off? We see that is out of the ordinary, like the source of the radiation.
You
Nothing
see several. Well, you see what you see on that map. What you also don't see on the map is you actually see looks like some antiquated Starfleet equipment lying about, blankets, a mattress, computer equipment that looks like it's been sort of kit bashed together.
Okay. So we are not figments. We are.
He walked off.
Oh, okay. Well. Okay.
I look at Vigo and I say, Vigo, scan him for what life form he is. He looked human. And he apparently was wearing some kind of Starfleet uniform.
Are you feeling okay, Commander?
No, I am not. My injuries and the radiation seem to be affecting me in ways that I can't quite fully express verbally, other than I am not comfortable.
Understood, sir.
Well, we must
Captain,
continue
I
on.
do believe I can continue to perform my duties, but I am not well.
Keep us informed if the situation worsens.
Yes, sir.
There's already a few of us who aren't 100% well, Commander. But I have faith in you and your abilities.
For
Thank
now,
you, Captain.
let's do what we can to rectify the situation.
If that's a human wearing an old Starfleet uniform, it would suggest that he's possibly a survivor of the crash, or related in some way to the previous crew of the ship. It would also account for why the bridge apparently was scavenged, potentially by this individual and maybe others.
We need to figure out his name and nature. But move cautiously. He could be a threat if he is on the borderline of delusion. Is there anything like I can look over here, but doesn't look like there's anything, so I guess we just
Well, it's a
continue
pool of
following the
water.
path. Yeah.
You see, looks like fireflies hovering around crystal formations.
Okay, gotcha.
They're just little sparkles of light.
We do a quick scan of the firefly creatures and the rocks potentially, just see if they have any unique properties while we're here.
Commander, I would strongly suggest that we go after the human. If there's anyone who knows what's going on here, it would be him.
I couldn't agree more, but can't you do a quick scan while we continue on?
I think scanning rocks at this point is not logical. And he
Commander, Lieutenant,
Oops.
perform your scan. Commander Solok with you. Let's go.
I'm sorry, Captain.
They'll be right behind us, Commander. Let's continue.
I don't know why I said that.
You said it because you're correct. That man is our priority. We need to catch up to him. No, for real. A scan should take a few seconds.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm gonna stop one group. Whoever's doing the scan at the rocks, give me a reason science, difficulty of 1.
Yeah, I would say for Jorvin to do that. I think he's potentially okay.
Are you there, Jorvan?
Alrighty. I guess.
Sorry, wife had called real quick. Well, Jorvan followed the captain because the captain said go this way, so he's not back there to make the scan.
The captain said, Lieutenant, make the scan.
Yeah, just
There are
narratively.
lots of lieutenants. I don't know which one she meant.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Are there?
I think you're the only lieutenant.
You're the only one, J-Man.
Vigo's.
Oh, is Vigo-
Vigo's a lieutenant. Vigo's a lieutenant. Okay, never mind.
All right, then I would be back there. What's the role?
Reason science difficulty 1.
Yeah. I give you momentum just so I have a reroll.
Nice.
Get it back. Um,
Oh, we're sorry. Were we at 3 and did you take a momentum? Is that what it was? I think
he
we're at
spent
3.
one. He spent one and getting it back.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
think we're at 3. We're at 3.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Of course, I didn't upload a sound effect. Oh well. As you scan the crystal there, the glowing fireflies that you see are not fireflies. They're in fact balls of energy.
Okay.
As you look deeper with the crystalline structure, it seems to be connected to a vast network of essentially crystals underneath the crust of the planet, going
Okay.
deeper than the tricorder can detect.
Gotcha.
Oh, wait, can I determine the nature of the energy?
It's just pure energy, electrical.
Interesting. Okay.
Even though you are blind, and your scanners are showing that you actually can see the fireflies, like kind of with your psychic mind.
Whoa.
And your tricorder is telling you it's energy, and you're like, well, I shouldn't be seeing that.
Huh. You said they're like connected to a web of some sort. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Huh.
Okay, then Shorvin will reach out to the balls of energy and the crystal with his mind.
Spooky.
The essentially fireflies start moving towards you, around you, and they zap you a little bit, and then they move away, forming around the crystals again.
Lieutenant, what what was that?
These are not insects, Commander. They're motes of energy. And I can see them. So I reached out to them telepathically, and you saw the reaction. There's
Believe that it's some sort of pseudo presence.
maybe, but I don't have enough information to really to make a conjecture at this point.
Well, keep looking over the scans. Let's catch up with the captain. I don't want to leave her alone with that man.
With these crystals, they seem to be interconnected with similar structures throughout the planet.
As we continue along, if you see others, try to scan them as well. I would
Gonna-
recommend.
Move over to where the Captain Solak are at.
Mhm.
You catch up to our would-be cave dweller.
Solak steps forward and says, "You, who are you? What is your name?"
Commander, please. Israel will try to put her hand on Solak's shoulder. And she will say,
I don't remember any Vulcan captain or officer serving within the Federation. None of that pointy-eared, cold-blooded Spock. I'm
This is
busy.
a
Go away.
officer that's transferred from the Intrepid. Can you identify yourself? Are you from the Hornets?
But of course I'm from the Hornets. Ugh. You security officers and engineers are all alike. Oh. Can't you see I'm busy?
No, we can't. Why don't you share with us what you're doing?
Vigo would like to do a medical scan of the man.
Real quick, just for the captain's sake. Surface thoughts of this individual is chaotic. It's everywhere. For a moment when he's speaking to you, it's like he's in another place.
Mhm. Okay.
Medical scan wise, it would be give me a reason medicine. What exactly are you scanning for?
To see what his actual age is and to see if he is indeed human.
Oh, I'll just give that to you. It's a mundane task.
Okay.
He is indeed human. His physical age registers a man in, obviously in his elderly years. You can't be, tricorder can't be for certain because his body seems to be at different points, essentially in the aging process.
Like physically different parts are aging at different rates.
That or things are being regenerated, and then it could be a list of anything. It's just some parts are older, some parts are newer.
So Vigo says this to the captain and to Solak.
I'm sorry. Are we dealing with some sort of temporal anomaly here? Never mind.
I'll roleplay Vigo here. I don't know, Captain. The tricorder says that he's human and that he's aging. Different parts of his body are aging at different rates. I'd have to do a medical analysis of him.
She'll nod, and then her attention will be grabbed by this guy moving around again.
Why haven't you gone yet? You're not supposed to be here.
We'd like to know what you're doing. Could you explain it to us?
I'm communing with the beings that live here. They're upset, and I have to calm them down again.
Hmm. Are the beings responsible for pulling the Hornet out of orbit?
Yes, they started when we took scans. It hurts them.
Scans hurt them. Scans injure them, is what you were saying.
Yeah, they feel pain.
About it. I think if you'd like now, narratively, Jorvin and Kaval can catch up.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, Solak comes back here and yells back down the corridor, and he says, Jorvin, Kaval. And he looks at Kaval and especially Jorvin and goes, do not do any further scans using your tricorder in any way. This man here is saying that scans of any kind seem to hurt living beings that are in this cave.
Well, that makes sense. The ship's ship started being pulled in towards the planet after it scanned the area.
Jim, do I see or do we see these little energy balls that are floating around?
Yeah, you see them.
Okay, and so Solak can say, are these the beings that are alive that you're referring to?
What? Yeah. They exist within the crystal structures. They're everywhere, all over this planet. He just kind of flails his arms around. I got to calm them down. None of my equipment is working.
Could you ask them if they would be willing to communicate with us? We have equipment. She will say, "I'm sure we have equipment ourselves. We could also calm them down."
I can't go in that room. She's angry with me.
Who is she?
It's best you don't go in there. I need to find power. The cats are out tonight. This afternoon. This is when they hunt. It'd be too dangerous to get to the ship.
If you will wait, I can assist you with finding power. But before that, we need to commune with these life forms in order to. And he just sort of grimaces because his head is hurting. In order to save us.
Save? What? Look, Captain, I don't know how much help I can be. I've told you everything I know.
Does this the woman that you speak with? Is there a proper way to address her?
You don't want to speak with her? She kills everyone. She's a vile being.
Why hasn't she killed you?
For her amusement, I suppose.
A look at his uniform. Does it suggest her rank?
The uniform
I
is...
just need something to call him.
Yeah, it's torn. The uniform suggests captain. It's like he pulled it away from someone else, but
Nice.
get the expression that he's not the captain.
A little too ill-fitting, that one, yeah.
She'll still say, "Why don't you take a breather, allow our medic to look over you, and just rest for a moment? The rest of us..."
I've never seen one like that before. He kind of pokes the medic. You're real.
Yes, sir, I'm real. I'd like to medically examine you to see what your health is. It shouldn't take but a moment.
I'm old. That's my medical health.
Yes, you're old, and very old if my math is correct.
Yes,
I'd like to get a sense
I'm
of just how old.
130.
You're 130 years old. That's remarkable. Is there any explanation as to why you've managed to live this long?
I just told you. She's keeping me alive.
You can talk to Lieutenant Vigo. The rest of us, let's confer over here.
Yes, sir. Solak speaks. Captain, one thing that we might want to consider is using possibly Jorvan's telepathic ability to communicate with whoever this female creature is.
It appears the lieutenant has already made some form of connection with the moat in the first room. He may be best suited for the task, potentially.
So he's already made a connection with them?
When he scanned the crystals, the motes of energy surrounded him and zapped him briefly. Might have been a handshake of sorts, or a taser prod.
A flash of frustration appears on Azuria's face at that point, and she is, "And what am I exactly? Spring's hard." No, never mind that. Look, Lieutenant, if you made contact, do you have any inkling if this is some sort of macroorganism we're dealing with? Are the motes separate from this feminine presence?
No way to tell until I meet the feminine presence. All that really happened was I reached out telepathically to the motes and they surrounded me and zapped me a little. And then they went back to what they were doing. I would need to try to commune with this female presence that I don't think I've felt yet.
Well, you're
Have
not
you?
doing so alone. We need to first discuss. We need to first get this straight that we're apparently dealing with some sort of hostile entity if our new friend is to be believed.
Possibly even injured, sir. If what he said is correct, and scans of any kind harm the life forms here. So any scans that were done by the Hornet and by us, they could consider us hostile.
I think the best we can do is simply introduce ourselves and explain what happened rationally and hope that this entity can lead us with the same rational mindset.
Logical. Creature does sound intelligent in some way, though his use of keeping him, his phraseology of keeping him alive suggests something that I can't quite put my finger on. Discerning, or concerning, yes, that's correct.
I'd rather not be made to be another plaything if I can help it. Can the the three of you, think of any ways of combating this thing if it indeed turns hostile?
Hard to know, Captain, since we don't know what it is. We have to know more before we can answer that question.
If by this man's admission the scans cause it discomfort, perhaps if we somehow focus a scan, it could cause more than discomfort, but I do think that is a last resort.
I agree that
Certainly.
would be a last resort. I think the only way to know, Captain, is to simply go and commune with this entity.
And commune we shall.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know it's only myself and Lieutenant Jorvin that have telepathic abilities, but you two, as senior officers, are of course free to join us in this, what I suppose is first contact.
Yes, Captain.
Alright. So it's like,
I look at the old man and I say, "Where is this she that you refer to?"
He just kind of motions, shakes his head. She's angry right now. She'll calm down in a week or two.
I'm afraid that we do not have a week or two.
Presence command, difficulty 2.
Great. I'll buy a die with momentum. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Why don't I give you this complication? I think GM, he loses his cool and he says, "I do not think we have a week or two."
Yeah, so you're very irate to the point where you're about ready to strike the old man.
Like hit him, like I'm gonna hit him. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll even move forward here like this.
I'll look to the captain and be like, I believe I'll remain with Commander Solak while you conduct first contact. And I'll go over to Solak and try to grab your arm if you appear to be doing a more hostile action to the man.
Well, I'm stepping forward as if I'm trying to threaten him, essentially.
I'll try to interpose myself in between you and the old man.
Your Vulcan captain here is quite emotional. Perfect for this place.
He is unwell. He does not mean to threaten you in any way. Please forgive him for his lapse in judgment and control.
Commander, he thinks that I am the captain of our group. I believe the reason he thinks so is because I am wearing a gold uniform. During his time, gold uniforms were command rank, red uniforms were operations and engineering. This was, of course, changed sometime in the 23rd century. Or 24th century.
Yeah. I'll nod, sure.
Commander, keep things in order here. If we do not return, you're to prioritize the safety of the ship and then through any means you can at your disposal.
I'll nod, and I guess I'll remain with Vigo, the old man, and Solak, and then I guess Jorvin, Captain, and I guess Vogel should probably go to get a non-telepathic view of whatever might be happening, right? In case there is something else to kind of observe. That would be like my recommendation, in case you both telepathically pass out. There's somebody there who isn't telepathic that can see what's happening.
It's both here.
Unsure. It does not appear so. We're missing Jorvin and Vogel currently.
No, I'm back.
Oh, you are back. Nice. Then, yeah, I think I'll stay with Old Man, Vigo, and Solak. I guess the three of you are going to check out whatever this thing is.
Captain, I would like to go along with you.
I don't quite think you're in the right state of mind, Commander.
I can keep my emotions under control. I believe that now.
You have been ineffective of that for quite some time now.
Sorry, could you repeat that? I couldn't hear you.
You have been ineffective at that for a while now.
The situation with my injuries complicated things, but I believe, Captain, that I have myself under control now. Please.
I don't quite think. I agree with the Lieutenant. I'm not certain you will have much usefulness if you don't have a plasma spanner in your hands, Commander.
Understood, Captain.
She rolls her eyes. That was a test. You didn't lose your temper. I trust you, Commander Solak. I told you that at the cave entrance. And I value your input whenever you can give it.
That was
Just
a very
know that
interesting... Sorry, go ahead.
Just know that if you do compromise our discussions in there, if the entity doesn't kill you, I will.
Understood, Captain.
She gives him a smile.
Oh, I see. That was a joke. humor at this time. Very interesting.
Come along,
All right.
Lieutenant.
Okay. All right. So
And I think Vogel is coming with us, right? Vogel?
yeah, I don't want to leave Vigo alone with the old man. So I guess I'll stay with them.
I honestly don't want to leave anyone behind. It really is a question of out of character who wants to come and who doesn't.
Yeah, I mean,
I-
I think, I would like to come, but I also don't want to. I also don't want to leave Vigo alone with this old crazy guy.
I
so.
will speak as like if you are heading down a certain path, he's going to follow you and protest
Oh, I
that
thought-
you should not be going that way.
Got it.
Oh well, I mean, we're definitely going that way. So
Okay, then I suppose someone does have to stay behind and kind of keep the old man occupied.
Vigo steps up. I can do that, sir. And he looks at Commander Keeble. Sir, I can just keep an eye on him. I don't think that he's any threat to me.
call if the situation changes even slightly.
Understood, sir.
All right.
I'll continue to. I'll run some. Well, I guess I'll just do. I'll do.
If-
Sorry.
If Vigo's distracting him, I need a presence command roll difficulty 2.
From Vigo.
Yeah.
This will be great.
Can I assist? Because like, it's been a while, but earlier she did try and like tell him that she would have helped him. Like, this is
Sure.
our medic. This is him, etc.
Yeah, you can assist.
I'll do presence command. Here's his roll. Yeah. Vigo's
Who's
got
on
a
a
good
roll?
bedside manner.
Diplomacy focus.
Sure. It's a little bit of a stretch, but
Yeah. All right. You go down.
yeah, Vigo. Start talking to me again. Convince he's like, starts asking about your Vigo species, and he goes, "Well, nice to meet you. I am Captain Patel." Well, I guess I am the captain now. There's no one left on board the ship. Say otherwise.
It's nice to meet you, Captain.
That was the last name of the science officer, right? Mike
It was.
Patel? Yeah.
It was.
Hmm. He also did earlier, like, he pointed to a door, so Missouri would be headed towards that door. Assume it is this way.
By the way, GM, I really like this map. It's a really cool map.
Thank you. Took me 10 minutes to make.
It was 10 minutes well spent.
Yeah, I used Dungeon Alchemist for it.
Dungeon Alchemist. Okay.
Oh, I like that. Dungeon Alchemist is pretty handy.
Yeah.
Is this the way he pointed to?
He didn't point anyway. Well, he said don't go that way. You can't go that way. But
Exactly.
so I wouldn't say he pointed.
Did you guys not hear me earlier? I was explaining he pointed the way earlier. So Missouri would head that way.
I'm assuming everyone is staying close together
Hello?
except for Vigo.
I think that the captain's trying to say something.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're a little faint. Hold on. Let me turn up your volume. Go ahead.
I mean, I thought he pointed away. He was saying that she is angry, and he was pointing at the door. Do we know the way to go? Bottom line.
I'm not certain.
He didn't really point away. He just kind of was flailing his arms like, no, you can't go, and he's pointing in all different directions. So it's more like a frail of frustration. So, moving on, the guy's a little crazy. So I think you guys can pick up on that.
He might not be able to show us where, Captain, but and I look at Jorvan and say, Jorvan, is it possible for you to use your telepathy, or one of you to use your telepathy, to see if you can reach out and see if there is a larger consciousness in this cave?
We can try.
That might be more reliable than trying
So-
to. But
What?
What they're really the telepaths are kind of sensing. It's almost like there's pockets of void, like a void, like you don't sense anything. Like it to you, it doesn't seem real. It's kind of playing with your eyes, but yet it's there. Type feeling is what you're really sensing.
Can we move towards that feeling?
It's all around you, especially around the fireflies.
That really can't, Commander. I think we're going to have to look the old-fashioned way.
very well. Captain, I am seeing something over in this direction. I don't know if you can see my ping.
Is this water that we can safely cross?
Yeah, it's like knee deep. Doesn't really pose a problem unless you.
Commander, down here. We lost the commander.
Could just say he stayed with Vigo.
Sure.
Well, that's interesting.
Energy of some kind. Connected to 3 nodes. A very cool special effect generated by the Foundry roleplay system, if I may. I look at the captain and I say, Captain, I'm not sure how to communicate.
For the telepaths, you sense a deep, empty void where the crystals are at. For those that can see visually, you see a lot of electrical special effects, first, you would say.
Is there anything here? I'm just feeling emptiness. Ironically, it's like I've gone blind.
You're not able to see anything there?
It's like there's nothing there.
It's quite interesting. From my visual plane, there is a significant amount of energy being generated.
Is it coming from something?
There's a central orb of some kind, and then the energy is fed to that orb through what look to be 3 crystals.
Well, if we can't use tricorders, then we might as well get creative. And Jorval just walk up and touch the column, put his hand on the column.
Can
and
you
see if he
guys hear
make a
me?
connection.
No, we could not. We could not. Sorry.
Can you hear me now?
We hear you now. We hear you now.
Okay. Is this void different than a regular void where someone just isn't standing?
So
Is this a special, unusual void?
telepathically, it's like a psychic void. Like
Is it different than just a pocket in the vacuum of space where there's nothing existing?
it's different from pocket. It's like it's psychically, like visually, physically, it's there. Like because the way I describe it for like telepaths on this is, psychically, it's like it doesn't exist to you because you're a betazoid because you're used to every like noise from everything. But for some, even with inanimate objects, uh, you would see it just as an inanimate object. You know, you feel like almost like a presence, but that presence is just this deep void. I hope that makes sense.
I think I get what you Azuri will try and stop Jordan. Lieutenant, I don't believe that's safe.
Yeah, right before Jordan puts his hands on it, say, what was it that Kirk said? Risk is our business. Let's put a hand.
So you touch it.
Lay his hand on and see if that helps him make some sort of connection to it.
What are your thoughts?
Jordan's thinking is it's wonder at what it is that's before him, and a desire to communicate.
You get a feeling inside of you that of I guess intrigued, curious, but also confusion.
I'll try to concentrate on the confusion. See if I can tell what it's confused about. And out loud, Jorvan will say, I believe I've made contact.
It's curious as to why you're hurting it.
Jorvin's going to concentrate on the feeling of ignorance. Um, so kind of feeling of questioning, trying to get an idea of what we're doing that's harming it.
You get the feeling that it views you as pain, and you get the feeling that it's going to show you. I need you to make a insight security difficulty of 1. Gain a momentum.
Very cool.
It attempted
Very cool.
to zap you, and you dodged right next to you and moved away just in time.
Okay.
Fascinating.
We are causing it pain, but I'm having a hard time interpreting its answer to what we're doing that's causing it pain.
Because of our scanners, Lieutenant. Can I? She'll
But
step
we're not
forward.
using our scanners anymore.
Can I reach out to this thing?
You are using your tricorder though with the sound thing that you did earlier.
Whoever's holding my tricorder, have them shut it down. In fact, perhaps we should shut all the tricorders, shut them off.
Can I reach out to this thing?
I'll give this to you. It seemed like Jorvan, even though he's kind of similar telepathically, he had to physically touch it. To establish some sort of telepathic link.
Okay. She'll say, yes, let's do that. All tricorders off. I'll even combat to Vigo. Tell him to do the same.
Vigo says, "Yes, Captain." Solok turns off his tricorder.
I'll try and touch it.
Jorvin will try to inquire if it is better.
It gets a sense of. You get a sensation like, yes, better, but there's still pain.
Are you aware of the vessel you're holding above the planet?
Are you thinking that of the vessel, or
Sure. A picture of the Navajo, a picture of the planet, question mark.
you get a sensation from it of familiarity?
I will envision the image of a Starfleet vessel warping away from the planet, and then convey the feeling of no pain.
get a response of confusion.
Just out of curiosity, Jordan's going to shut off his communicator as well, and see if that makes a difference. Probably just a little one, but I just want to see.
Not really, no.
Captain, have we instructed uh, the ship to the Navajo to cease all active scanning, and probably passive scans as well?
Can we do that?
Sure, you just give the order, they do it. So
Question mark.
you're able to hail the ship. It's not stopping you.
Yes, I thought we did it, and then I was asking the entity
Yeah.
painting question mark.
You don't really get a response from it.
Does it feel less pain?
It gets a feeling of comfort.
All right, now Jordan's going to try to go a little abstract. So he's going to picture in his mind a giant hand holding the Navajo, it letting go, the ship leaving, and pain subsiding. I will understand if you need a roll for that. That's kind of complex and abstract.
Sure. Yeah, let's go Presence Command difficulty 2.
You know, this actually seems like one of those moments where this is important enough.
It feels like that's the same thing I said.
Try to
It's
spend my.
it's still having trouble understanding things, so like the concept of warping away, I'm gonna tell you now, it doesn't understand.
Yeah, that's kind of why I gave it the mental image of the ship moving away.
Isn't that
Oh,
the same
it's-
thing? It moves away.
You had the mental image of like you
Of
said
the
warping
moving
away.
distance from the planet.
Yeah, but it just showing the ship there and then gone. Like that's what you said. It's like, well, okay, sure, but how? Like, where are you going? Like, it doesn't understand.
Doesn't understand getting farther from the planet.
Well, the message I'm sending is a little different too, because I'm trying to get the concept that Jordan's
ahead.
trying to send
Send your
is
message.
that if it lets go, the ship will leave. This is not my best roll. I'm going to spend my determination. I'm going to say for the value, probably knowledge is a weapon. Use it wisely, or all mysteries can be solved. Seem to be the ones most
I'll
likely to
take
fit.
all mysteries can be solved.
Okay. I think this will do it right. Bollocks.
Well, you got it. There is a complication.
I have no reroll, so I get the success and the complication.
you get the feeling that it understands, and then you get the feeling that it wants to go.
Um, that was interesting, Captain. Did you feel that it? I think it wants to go with us.
I felt that as well. Can I send images of us, of our identity, Starfleet symbols, our faces, this is us, and then convey the question of who are you?
You get the mental image of sort of like almost like a person in a haze. And then you get the mental image of the three stones, like the three crystals that you're near. But off.
I want to convey the same confusion it just conveyed to us of I don't understand what it means to leave this planet. So like I'll then convey
It gives you
stones into ship question mark.
it relays stones and a feeling of being bound.
I'll try and conjure an image of a stone that's open, not broken or cracked. There's no violence in the thought, but just like open and hollow, and then question mark.
It shows an image of the stone lighting up, and then an image of the stone void of color.
Do I detect emotions of fear or concern or negative thoughts regarding surrounding that image that we exchange?
Give me insight command difficulty 2. Actually, difficulty 1.
Sure, no problem. Either telepathy focus or cultural studies focus
Telepathy.
or diplomacy. Okay. I'll take the momentum anyway. Okay.
Complication City.
Yeah.
You get the sense that there is another presence there as well, influencing things.
Oh.
Mm.
But do I detect any negative emotions? Or is that
No.
just the answer I get? Oh, okay. I'll say verbally to Pro. Was that my imagination, Lieutenant, or is there a fourth consciousness in this little circuit of ours? Did you feel that?
I'm going to say yes, unless the GM corrects me.
No, you didn't sense it. You just sensed the one.
I,
It's your
I did not.
complication, by the way.
I'll spend some more time, like, still kind of very concerned about this present. I'll try reaching out to it, like looking around for another presence that might be hiding. Whatever that entails, if I skip my turn or if I waste time because take the wrong thing.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but GM, I actually have to jump off soon.
We're kind of at the end here, so I don't.
Sure.
There's really not
No
much.
problem.
So if you need to go, I guess we'll see you next week, or not next week.
I've got 5 minutes. So
This might take longer than 5. I don't know.
thank you then.
Yeah.
Talk to everybody next week.
We won't be playing next week. It'll be the week after that. I'll post a.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Great game, by the way.
Yep.
Thank you.
Take care.
Have a good one.
Jorvin will try to send. Well, he's going to try to communicate the idea of, kind of the image of the electricity going off, and kind of a questioning emotion. Trying to ask it how we can make the stones go cold so we can move it.
It gets your response of kind of acknowledgement, but confusion.
He will try again, trying to indicate that if if the electricity or the power goes away, we can take it with us.
To make this quick, it doesn't understand, or well, it can't tell you how to turn off. It just wants it turned off.
Jorvin will say out loud, I think we need to find a way to shut the power off. Solid, you're an engineer. Think you can find something?
I'll be more direct in my thoughts. First, I'll try and convey question, only question, and then I'll add violence to the image of, like, breaking the stone.
You get a puzzling response of agreement and no, essentially.
Really wonderful. A yes and a no.
I almost impulsively just shot the thing with my phaser, but
Can I just send it another confusion, hoping to prompt it to explain in more?
Give me insight command difficulty 1.
Take a minute to go.
Gaining
Complication
momentum.
again.
It sends a several images into your mind. One of entrapped, and the ones that you get another image of no, or well, I don't know, so no. Protect, guard.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Uh, um, I don't know how to convey. She'll. When you earlier described a hazy humanoid figure, and three little hazy humanoid figures, was that correct?
Just the one.
Just the one.
Yeah.
Just the one hazy figure. I'm gonna try and project a bigger humanoid figure kind of looming over it, and like I'm trying to ask it the question: is there something else guarding you, like keeping you here? Does that make sense?
You get the thoughts of sensation of agreement, and then leave. Essentially, you like showing you moving, walking away.
Oh, I'll take my hand off. This might not be the feminine entity.
We've got to convince it to shut down the field, or we won't be able to leave.
I think there's another entity that we need to be speaking to for that. This one appears to just be a prisoner. It's not the one in charge. What do you interpret from its images, Lieutenant?
I'm not sure. I don't know that there is another one here.
It's telling us to leave for now. If we can't find another one, we can always come back.
By your order, Captain. Jordan will take his hand away. To be honest, Captain, I was considering using my tricorder as a ground to interrupt one of those beams.
Are all of you moving, or two of you moving away, or three of you moving away?
I suppose all of us are moving along.
I'm just following the captain's lead here.
I need the three of you to make insight security. Jorvan and the captain at difficulty 1, vocal difficulty 2.
I'll use a momentum. Composure?
No.
Worth a shot.
Gain 1 momentum.
There's my
You have a bonus.
untapped.
As you move away, it attempts to zap you.
Oh,
I don't think it
Okay.
wanted us to leave.
and it needs to work on its communication skills.
I imagine
Oh.
it's thinking the same thing about us. Jordan will go back and land. He's actually going to come over here, though, and show it what he's thinking of doing, and taking an object and sticking it and interrupting the stream with it.
You get the thought of acceptance.
Well, before he can talk himself out of it, Jordan's going to use his tricorder, since it's turned off and inert, to interrupt the stream. With the hand that he's not touching the thing with.
and it interrupts, and it's not. The bolt kind of dissipates.
Captain, should I continue with the other two?
Ooh, my hand is on it too, though. I detect fear, pain.
One voice, you get the feeling that. Actually, give me Insight Command, difficulty 1.
Take another moment.
Gain 2. Uh, you hear two distinct voices. One is which is now louder than the other, and it's of enjoyment, and the other one is of anger.
The joyous one is louder.
Yeah.
Can I ask the question why anger? Like towards the angry voice? Can I ask it why?
You get the feeling of guard, and then the louder one uh, gives you the feeling of being oppressed.
Continue, Lieutenant. Keep going. Good work.
Jorvin will move around.
As you
Jorvin will
move,
move.
the bolt returns.
Wow.
He will go back and interrupt that one and say, Captain, it looks like it's going to take 3 of us.
How strangely interesting. If our entire ship weren't in danger, I'd almost think this was a game. I should call Solok over to also take part. And she wasn't briefing the fourth wall or anything. Like in Star Trek, they have these weird like circuit games, right?
Yeah.
So
Vogel's
literally, she
there.
was referring to that. Oh yeah, Vogel is here. Yeah.
Does Vogel assist? Did we lose Vogel? Vogel. Oh. I'm assuming he goes in over there.
Yeah.
And that's when we released Vishnu on the universe, and the galaxy died.
And the ball of lightning dissipates. So good to be out of there.
Greetings.
I have you to thank.
Are you the one that has entrapped our vessel?
No, the Guardian does, but he's no more. So your vessel should be free to go. Oh, I should. Apologies. I am Alunia.
My name is Captain Zurianox of the Federation Starship Navajo. This is my crew. We didn't expect to find someone like you, certainly. Here. Can you describe more of what you are
It really doesn't matter what I am. A being of energy. Some might call me a god, well, goddess. I assure you, I mean you no harm, especially for my rescuers. It's a shame that the other crew couldn't do this. For something so trivial. But then again, it is hard to communicate in that darkness.
Were
Uh,
you the one that was speaking to Mr. Patel, or was that the Guardian?
I was speaking to Patel.
Hmm.
He's a kind man. I tried to keep him alive the best I could, with what little power I could grasp out of here.
Well, for saving one of our kind, we are certainly grateful, as well as for helping us free our vessel.
It's the least I could do.
Can I just insight her? Does she seem nice, or she seem to have an interior motive? Like,
Um,
not even telepathically, can I just read her body language and tone of voice?
it's really hard to get a read on her. Like her body almost it's translucent
Hmm.
in a way. It's like she's made of energy. You think she's, holding this form for your benefit?
Fair enough. My crew and I, we are explorers. While we're grateful that we can leave, we really appreciate learning more about this planet, about you, the Guardian. Is there anything you'd be willing to share with us?
Only I've been imprisoned here for, oh, feels like a millennia.
Could I ask why?
Let's just say the culture that imprisoned me here, well, they're no more, and it was a trivial matter that happened so long ago. I'm quite surprised they were able to do it. They lured me here and entrapped me.
Well, with your newfound freedom, what do you intend to do now?
I don't know. Many, I'm sure plenty of things have changed in the galaxy.
If you were indeed here for a millennia, that's likely so.
I'm curious. What was the trivial reason that they imprisoned you?
Do you really wish to know the answer to that?
We
I
are
am.
curious. We are curious beings.
Hmm. They feared me. I was, well, an explorer, much like yourselves. And unfortunately, in my ignorance of arriving onto the world, I caused such a great devastation. I attempted to help them, but they refused me.
Uh, yeah, misunderstandings often happen during first contact, right, Captain?
Case in point. Uh, Case in point just now. We didn't know that our scanners would cause you any harm.
Oh, it's
So yes,
not me. It's the other beings that reside here.
more beyond the Guardian.
Well, the Guardian is a collection of the beings that entrapped me here. You should leave while there's time before they, well, muster up what strength they're not borrowing from me anymore.
Captain, I might suggest that we follow our new friend's advice and exit while we can. Good chance maybe we could even use the transporters now.
I suppose we would have to.
Oh, do take care of Michael. He did offer me some comfort in my, well, years of solitude.
Yes, we'll take him with us.
Knocks to Navajo.
Navajo here.
And you get solid transporter locks on the away team on our coordinates.
Plus one more human.
Understood.
Is it a yes or no? And they,
No, they're going to beat me out. Assuming Vogel doesn't protest.
um, Azuria essentially wants to arrange Vigo and Patel to the sick bay. The rest of us back to the runabout. We need to get that going.
Yeah, I'll just
We're not leaving
handle
like a hand.
that's handled off screen. So I'm assuming
And
you're just heading back to the ship and leaving.
no, Azuria wants to exert whatever effort she can to recover the remains and any logs of the Hornets.
When you get the runabout back to the ship, you find that the uh, Hornet was lifted into the atmosphere, or out of the or lifted
Oh.
out of the atmosphere and into space.
Oh wow. All right. Let's lock a tractor beam. I'll tell Solok to be careful not to split it in two. Let's tow it gently back away from this planet.
So yeah, you lock on a tractor beam and you tow the Hornet with you. Is there anything else you wish to do?
No, don't believe so.
As you tow the Hornet away,
Can we beam the actual remains? Like, if it's in space, can we just beam that all into the cargo bay? Or the morgue, whatever is
they're on
most
board the
respectable.
Hornet. But I will say, you managed to collect all the Marines, and as you're leaving, I'm gonna send something to the science officer.
Captain, the planet is no longer appearing on our sensors. I think it might be wise if we leave a buoy here warning other ships away from this system, at least until we know more.
Leave for Lieutenant. Whatever in the goddess's name is happening here, I don't think anyone else needs to be involved.
And with that, I think we'll bring this session to a close.